Hey everyone, Daniel Dapple2244 here. Let's talk about the SAGE Expo Sonic SRB2Kart tournament. Heya! This is a new series I've been wanting to start for a while. Well, here it is. It was very difficult to find something to talk about, but recently I've gathered tons of ideas about how I will do this series. Enough talking, let's get into the video. Sonic Amateur Games Expo, SAGE for short, was a place to show Sonic fan games and what they're all about. This included the one and only Sonic SRB2Kart. I came across this tweet from following the devs of Sonic SRB2Kart Kart Crew in late September. I never knew that there was a tournament about this game, so I got really excited about it and asked as many questions as I could. This tweet also shows the site to sign up for the tournament. I made sure that I signed up as soon as possible. There were originally 36 players in the tournament, so I was very grateful to join it. It was said that the participants needed to join the SAGE Expo Discord server, so I had to dig around the internet finding this. When I did, I was greeted with something quite suspicious. In order to even get a link to the server, you had to give out your public IP address. To a definite few, this was not what they wanted for this tournament, so they left before it started making 22 players in the tournament instead of 36. Even I was suspicious about this. But doesn't a lot of websites and online games keep your public IP address stored somewhere? I thought about it, but then I decided to join the Discord and stay for the tournament. And only the tournament. The organization for the tournament wasn't too bad, but it did take a bit of time between sets. The way this tournament worked was in set tracks that you couldn't decide to change or ban. This made a possible meta for different characters to be played in these sets. However, the tournament host Logan Holt decided to not allow character change between tracks in a set. So whoever you play as in set 1, you stay as that character. After the set, you can then change your character. This idea was actually really well thought out and worked well. That meant all the advantages and disadvantages of characters were in play. Now here's why the organization for the tournament wasn't too bad. Before the tournament was started, it was said in the tournament rules that only bonus characters were going to be added, which was completely okay. 30 minutes before the tournament, however, Logan added multiple character packs and told the participants to download them all before the tournament started. Another reason it wasn't so organized was the intermission time, and finding out that players that aren't in the tournament are in-game. If you know what players are there, anybody else shouldn't be there. If I were to host the tournament myself, I'd disable joins unless somebody got lagged out. Also, the host of the tournament named Plum played in the tournament as his own character and had no input delay whatsoever. And most importantly, why is battle mode a tiebreaker? Logan, I know this was your first time ever hosting the Sonic SRB2Kart tournament, but how can you screw this up? This is intended for people to race, and the practice racing maps, not ending up with battle mode for a tiebreaker. You could have randomized the map with the die, but no! Instead, the first map in battle mode. Man, that gets me pumped up for the next thing I'm gonna bring up. The challenge setting. A day before the tournament started, you had to go back to where you signed up and confirm your stay. This was the setting Logan had put onto this tournament. Many people were not informed of this setting and gave the reason why there weren't 36 players. However, I brought up a point earlier that people didn't want to join the Discord for the tournament and brought the player count down to 22. The server invite was only one of the problems this tournament had, but having to check in before it started? Wow. Logan did not inform anybody to check in and only assumed everyone knew to do so. I only checked in by luck because my browser opens all the windows I did not close from the last time I used my PC. So I got to see the site saying check in, and did so. Alright, enough criticizing. I actually liked the tournament a lot. The character I played as was II from the Super Monkey Ball series. Their stats were 7-6, also known as the fast midway character. II is one stat slower than Sonic and one stat heavier than Shadow. My two mains are II and Tails. Tails is a high excel lightweight character that I can really move with. However, since this was my first Sonic SRB2Kart tournament, I went with II for two reasons. Reason 1, this was the first time I was actually going to be playing competitively, so I wanted to play as II to make sure I get good breakaways instead of always being neck and neck. Reason 2, I wanted to play as II for the entire tournament because I wanted to get the Super Monkey Ball games more recognition, specifically the classics on the GameCube. Personally, I actually prefer playing as II instead of Tails. Tails is just the second main I'd play purely just for fun, not competitively. Now let's finally talk about how I did. Now sadly, I forgot to save a couple of replays, but I've been using them for the footage you see in this video right now. So there are a couple of instances where the host of the server would go off screen for a couple of reasons we actually don't know. But this really took a toll on how I played in a couple of races. It was horrible. The only screw-ups that were super noticeable was the ones with high ping. This affected everyone. Now for all tracks but Misty Maze, I got first in the set. The second one was a doozy, and the third was a nightmare, especially when the top 3 tied in the finals. Oh yeah, the finals. This was a really bad way to end a tiebreaker, I must say, but apparently I had more points even when I was knocked out. To conclude this all, I learned a lot about item strategy for when the Jet Jaw might be used by other players, like holding an Orby for the rest of the race so that it doesn't get stolen. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Future videos are planned to be like this in the near future. Laters!